faintest possibility that maybe the Congress will change its strategy vis-a-vis the monsoon session? Is the party being increasingly isolated? And more importantly, what will it give precedence to? Allowing certain crucial bills to be passed or just to score political points? Joining us on the Newshour debate tonight is Dr Ajoy Kumar. He's the national spokesperson of the Congress. Shahid Siddiqui, chief editor of Duniya. Professor Vaidyanathan, professor of IIM Bangalore. Zafar Sareshwala, Chancellor of Maulana, Azad, National Urdu University. Rahul Narvekar will join us in a bit, and senior journalist Arati Jerath. But Ajoy Kumar, I want to start with you. Any second thoughts? Maybe it's a good idea to let Parliament function?
Look, Padmaja, I find it pretty funny to say that we are not the government is responsible for running the Parliament. And
also you're
so we want the Parliament to run, but the...
Dr. Ajoy Kumar, you're quoting Arun Jaitley.
First question, we want the... Can I come? So Arun Jaitley said that, not letting the Parliament run is also a political strategy. I don't want to get into Mr. Jaitley's statement. I just want to say clearly that we want the Parliament to run, but it's the responsibility of the government to come clearly with the Vyapam scam, the Lalitgate, Modi Gate, right now the Chhattisgarh public distribution scam, the land acquisition bill, the way they are, and so many major issues, the social and economic survey, why are they not making the whole
discuss it on the floor of the House. Debate it, sir. Discuss it on the floor of the House. So allow some transaction of business. Allow the GST bill to go through. Call for a discussion on other important bills that have been pending.
First question. So let's rewind a little for 1 second. The responsibility of the government is to show solid action on the ground as far as Mr. Shivraj Singh Chauhan goes, as far as Vasundhara India goes, as far as Sushma Swaraj goes.
She's willing to make a statement.
Let them resign, because what is this? I mean, the Congress party continuously, whether it was Ashwini Kumar, there are a number of examples, whether it was Mr. Pawan Bansal, the moment there was an allegation,
the party you're trying to settle scores.
No, the question. We are not settling. I like your whole debate. The whole funny part is, let me complete and then you start making your points. I just want to say that
you, sir,
the government's responsibility to, my friend, it's the government's responsibility to let the Parliament run smoothly. The Congress party and the opposition parties have a very serious concern about Vyapam, about Lalitgate. As far as Lalitgate goes, Ms. Sushma Swaraj has herself accepted. And the Bharatiya Janata Party continues to brazen it out, shamelessly to say the least, saying that no, there is nothing. You produce every evidence and they say, so what?
Okay, so let's open up the debate now.
Which says that any amount of evidence we have no
Let me bring in the other panelists as well, and let's go across to Zafar Sareshwala, Arati Jerath and Shahid Siddiqui for starters, before we bring in Professor Swaminathan. Let me ask you, Zafar Sareshwala, now that the government has said, the Prime Minister said, we are willing to discuss all issues. Sushma Swaraj is willing to make a statement. You are going to also have the CBI probe already ordered in the Vyapam scam. So, do you think that maybe it would do the opposition well to rethink its strategy, considering that there is crucial legislation which is at stake here? Because after all, if the House doesn't function, you're going to get no answers anyway.
Padmaja, this disruption of Parliament and stalling of the Parliament, it's the most disgraceful act by the parliamentarians. This is, I mean, it cannot be worse for 120 crore Indians. For God's sake, we have not elected these parliamentarians to stall the Parliament. Do they know how much it costs us? Do they know how much destruction they are doing to the economy? And in the world democracy, there are fierce opposition between. Listen to me. No. You let me complete. Please.
Mr. Sareshwala.
There are world democracy in the US. Listen to me. No. Listen to me.
Then why the last Lok Sabha?
No, I didn't interrupt.
Please,
I didn't interrupt. No. Mr. Ajoy Kumar, learn to listen. You don't have that decency. You don't have decency. You listen to me.
One second.
No. You listen to me first. I didn't interrupt. No, you listen to me. I didn't interrupt. Learn to listen to people. Learn to listen to people. No, you keep quiet and listen. You keep quiet.
Dr. Sareshwala, Dr. Ajoy Kumar.
No, Ajoy Kumar, I didn't interrupt. Learn to listen.
And Dr. Ajoy Kumar. Gentlemen, Dr. Ajoy Kumar, I'm going to request you to allow Zafar Sareshwala to complete, please. Dr. Ajoy Kumar, allow Zafar Sareshwala to complete. Yes, Zafar Sareshwala, make your point.
Mr. Ajoy,
make your point.
Mr. Ajoy Kumar, this speaks volumes of your decency.
Zafar Sareshwala, please make your point. Dr. Ajoy Kumar, please let him complete. Sir.
Okay, go ahead.
You may make your point after that. In any democracy in the world today, there are fiercest oppositions between the two. The Democrats, wherever you go in the world, you have a discussion in the parliament, not outside the parliament. You put your points, let the government put their point, and the people are there to judge. I mean, you have no business, whether BJP or anybody. I repeat, BJP or anybody does not have any business to stall the parliament. This is an insult to 120 crore Indians.
Okay.
You put your point, they put their point, and we are the ones to decide.
Okay, and in insisting that Parliament will be stalled till the time that at least 3 people step down, the resignations are sought, do you think Shahid Siddiqui the risk of isolating itself from other opposition parties, because we're learning that the Trinamool Congress, Samajwadi Party and even the JDU are not very keen in not letting the House function? They're saying at least let the business take place. Let's seek answers from them inside Parliament. Otherwise, they'll get a free pass. They'll walk away without giving any answers. Shahid Siddiqui.
Unfortunately, in India, this has become the trend that what should be done on the streets, what should be done outside. The protests, of course, are part of a democracy. To oppose is a part of democracy, which should be done on the streets. But what should be done on the streets is done inside the parliament, in the well of the parliament. And that, unfortunately, has been done both by BJP, Congress and other parties. Now, in the present situation, I think we need to move out of this in the interest of the country. Not only in the interest of the political parties, people have become too mature to see through this kind of disruptive politics.
Will you be the bigger person, Dr. Ajoy Kumar? And Congress must, rise above this kind of disruptive politics. Sure, they did it to you in UPA 1 and UPA 2.
This will be
but you can be the bigger person.
This will be a self-goal for the Congress party. And they should not do it.
So Padmaja, so the first, Mr. Zafar Sareshwala's sense of hurt is so funny, and it's ridiculous. The Bharatiya Janata Party brought stalling of the parliament in the 15 Lok Sabha to an art. So suddenly the Bharatiya Janata Party and its supporters...
Can you be the bigger person?
No, suddenly the Bharatiya Janata Party... One sec, let me complete. The Bharatiya Janata Party, Mr. Sareshwala's feigned sense of hurt is really funny and ridiculous. So don't pretend to feel hurt about it.
I'm not hurt about that. No. I'm not hurt about that. I'm hurt about your indiscipline.
How long are we going to allow
Dr. Ajoy Kumar? Dr. Ajoy Kumar, is the Congress party still smarting? No, is the Congress party still smarting, sir? Is the Congress party still smarting?
Now you are being indecent.
Is it why you have decided?
Relax.
No, is it why you have decided? Is it why the Congress party has decided that we will also disrupt? You disrupted when we were in power. So we will disrupt this time.
So Anand, we are saying that one sec, we are not doing that.
But
we are
that's
saying
exactly
that the
what's
government
happening.
has to take concrete steps. No, the government has to take concrete steps.
You said some action on Vyapam. They said CBI probe. You said action on Lalitgate. Sushma Swaraj is ready to make a statement on the floor of the House. So we want to listen.
Protest outside the parliament for the resignation of Sushma Swaraj and the Chief Minister of Madhya Pradesh.
Arati Jerath.
Organize demonstrations.
Arati Jerath.
Go on hunger strikes.
No, as I bring in Arati Jerath. As I bring in Arati Jerath.
Anand.
As I bring in Arati Jerath. One second. Arati Jerath, 8 days ago.
May I also make a point?
Yes. Arati Jerath, I come to you with the fact that 8 days ago, the Congress party was here. We had the same discussion 8 days ago. Saying, what will you do? And at that time, Brijesh Kalapa was here and he said, yes, I agree with the suggestion. There could be debate, there should be discussion, but there should also be transaction of business. Now, what's changed in 8 days is the Congress party saying, no, now we'll be adamant. Aarti, we will not allow Parliament to function.
Yeah, Anand, see, Anand, the unfortunate thing is that if disruption seems to work as a tactic in Parliament. I mean, whether it's the BJP in opposition or it's the Congress in opposition, the problem is, or rather the BJP in government or the Congress in government, the problem is that the government of the day doesn't want to come up with answers on the floor of the House. Look at what the BJP had to resort to on the 2G scam. They washed out an entire winter session because they wanted the government to set up a JPC to look into 2G. And the government was totally adamant. The Congress was completely adamant on that. It was only after the winter session was disrupted, the entire winter session disrupted, the government finally caved in and did set up the JPC.
So you think, Arati Jerath, this is the only option available to the Congress as well? This is a wise strategy?
This seems to be, though, I'm saying that it's not the right strategy at all. Of course not. Parliament is a forum for debate, discussion, tussles, and so on. All I'm saying is that unfortunately, experience has shown us that disruption seems to work. And that's why every political party resorts to it.
No, in this case, Arati.
This is a sad thing. This is a sad thing.
In this case, Arati.
It works against the nation. It may work politically, but it works against the nation.
In this case, Shahid Siddiqui and Arati Jerath, as I bring in Professor Vaidyanathan into the debate, Arati Jerath and Shahid Siddiqui. No, Professor Vaidyanathan, in this case, here is the thing. Sir, here is the thing.
I mean, this nation has no time.
No, not just sir. Sir, this nation needs the next 18 days for the government to answer certain hard questions.
We will lose.
No, sir.
We will miss the train.
No, sir. Here is the thing. Professor Vaidyanathan, over the next 18 days, it's a short, truncated monsoon session. One day would go perhaps in the Lok Sabha, but the Rajya Sabha can function all of the 18 days possible out of the 25-day session. Right? Now, this is a time 13 months down the line where people want to know what this government is doing. They want a responsible opposition to ask questions on corruption, questions on probity in office, questions on immorality, illegality. They want them to be debated because they want to hear all voices. Professor Vaidyanathan, if a Sushma Swaraj is ready to make a statement, we want to listen to it. And we want the Congress to challenge any lacuna discrepancy. We don't want disruption, sir. Along with the fact that a GST bill which has got unanimous consensus overall, the parliamentary panel has given it the go-ahead, should see passage because it's in the larger interest of the country, Professor Vaidyanathan. There's a deadline of April 2016.
I would like to make only 2 points. In the 50s, when we started the Republic, we built it on a tripod: socialism, secularism and parliamentary democracy. Whether one likes it or not, one leg, socialism, has been knocked off. Second leg, secularism, has also been knocked off. The only leg which is pending is parliamentary democracy. This, I am observing, most of the assemblies as well as parliament have abdicated their responsibility to function. Maybe in another 5 to 10 years, this will also be knocked off. What has happened, sir? The executive as well as the legislative has completely given it to the court. Today, India is a court-ruled country and the cops ruled country. There is a certain amount of animosity towards Modi. But, he is there as a Prime Minister for 5 years. You have to recognize it. If Congress is going to boycott this session, doesn't allow it to function, fine. But what about next session? Session after that? Are they going to continue till 2019?
Well, till when will the stalemate continue?
These are some of the important issues which I think they should, as Arati correctly pointed out, they must address these issues.
Rahul Narvekar, as another member of another opposition party, would you like to tell the Congress maybe to reconsider? What would your advice to the Congress be? Are you on board with their plan to not allow any business to take place till the time that 3 people's resignations are taken by the BJP, by the Prime Minister, by the government?
Well, being a member of a legislative body of this country, being a member of the Legislative Council of Maharashtra, to my mind, the transaction or business to be transacted in the House does not only include passing of bills and legislating, but it also includes debating on essential issues which are raised by the opposition as well as the party in government. So, therefore, to term asking for a debate on certain issue is not the business of the House, to my mind, would be absolutely
the point is, sir,
conclusion.
It's not about, nobody is saying don't ask for a debate. Sir, we are all saying ask for a debate. We are all saying ask for a debate, ask for a discussion, but also transact business, sir. But also transact business. Also transact business. 35 items of business are listed.
Anand, that's exactly what I'm telling you. Anand, that's exactly what I'm telling you. That transacting business of the House includes debating on issues raised by the opposition and the party in power.
But not allowing the House to function is equal to not allowing that debate to happen.
Number two.
Am I right there? Dr. Ajoy Kumar, correct me if I'm wrong.
What makes you say that the opposition is not going to allow the House to function?
Well, because that's what the opposition has said.
I would say it is the paramount responsibility of the government.
Isn't that what the Congress is saying, Dr. Ajoy Kumar?
One minute.
That till the time Sushma Swaraj, Vasundhara Rajesh, Raj Singh Chauhan step down, the House won't function.
You either let me speak or you either let me speak or you speak, because for the benefit of the viewers, it wouldn't be possible for both of us to speak at the same time.
We are listening.
Let me complete, and I'm sure you won't have
Rahul Narvekar, complete
to ask. So give me half a minute. Let me tell you, it is the joint responsibility of the opposition as well as the government to ensure the smooth functioning of the House, and more so of the party in power and of the government to ensure that the Parliament functions properly.
Rahul Narvekar,
let me remind you about the statement made by Mr. Arun Jaitley on the floor of the House.
Rahul Narvekar, no need to remind us. We know. Rahul Narvekar, here is the alert for you, sir.
Anand.
Sir, here is the call out for you, Rahul Narvekar.
If the government...
Rahul Narvekar, what will you tell the Congress party? Rahul Narvekar, what will you tell the Congress party which does not want to listen to Sushma Swaraj's statement? Rahul Narvekar, they are saying no Parliament till they resign. How is that justified?
Not have anything to hide. They should come clean and they should allow the
Prime Minister were to get up and make a statement on the floor of the House.
Correct.
I think if the Prime Minister were to intervene, if the Prime Minister were to make a statement, I think the Parliament would function
let them demand it.
The question is, will the Prime Minister bring silence?
Okay, let's give the Congress a chance to respond to that.
We haven't heard from the Prime Minister even once.
No, we haven't heard from Sushma Swaraj also. She's ready to speak tomorrow. Won't you want to listen to her?
But it's not just Sushma Swaraj. No, Anand, sorry. It's not just Sushma Swaraj. I think there are a whole slew of issues.
Correct.
And the Prime Minister, as the head of government and head of party, as the most
so let them insist on a discussion, Arati Jerath, that's what we are saying.
If he were to reach out,
let them insist on a debate.
Let them
insist on a debate and a discussion.
Reach out to Parliament and say that I will talk, I will make a statement, and then we can have a debate.
Okay, so Ajoy Kumar, are you okay with that?
Sort it out.
Let the House function. Keep asking for the Prime Minister's statement. In the meantime, let's listen to what the External Affairs Minister has to say about the entire Lalitgate episode.
Okay, so Padmaja, first question. So first question is, the Congress has never claimed that the Congress
statement could be part of the whole debate.
Anand, I just need to make one point out here. I just need to make one point out here.
Dr. Ajoy Kumar, allow Rahul just 30 seconds.
Let me tell you, I don't think it would be appropriate or right to preempt or to suppose that the opposition is going to disrupt the proceedings of the House. I take the Prime Minister's statement made yesterday very positively. It looks like Mr. Narendra Modi is very serious about conducting debate in the House, and I am sure that under his leadership, the Bharatiya Janata Party won't shy away from debating any issues on the floor of the House. So let's wait for the House to begin. Let's wait for the Parliament to start. And I am sure that under the leadership of Mr. Narendra Modi, that such a situation won't arise in the House.
No, here the issue with the Congress party is they are adamant on resignation. They are saying no House. They moved an adjournment motion to the Rajya Sabha also.
That's what I'm asking you, sir. Anand,
who's stopping debate discussion?
Can I start? Can I say something, Anand? Because you keep saying and you don't.
Yes, Dr. Ajoy Kumar. Yes, Dr. Ajoy Kumar.
Okay. First thing is, the Congress has said that we are not against the Parliament running, but look at the preview before this Parliament session. The Parliament will congratulate Venezuela on its National Day, Mozambique on its National Day, Algeria on its National Day, not speak a word on world's greatest scam like Vyapam. Rajasthan Chief Minister, money laundering.
Allow the Parliament, allow the Prime Minister to speak.
Raise it in Parliament.
Why don't you allow the Prime Minister to speak in the Parliament? Have a debate.
Shahid, let me complete. Shahid,
don't ask for resignation before the beginning of the Parliament.
Mr. Siddiqui, can I complete?
You people go on. This is
I'm saying, first
a
question
vicious circle. You don't allow, they didn't allow you, you don't allow them. The nation suffered. The nation is suffering. Nation suffered in the past because of BJP. Now nation will suffer because of Congress.
Dr. Ajoy Kumar.
Shahid Siddiqui.
Dr. Ajoy Kumar.
Please don't use, these.
No, Dr. Ajoy Kumar.
Anand, these, worn-out cliches.
Correct. No, Dr. Ajoy Kumar.
I'm not
may I just, I know, sir, you have to make a point. I'll allow you to make a point. May I just make a submission, sir?
Can you let somebody speak?
Sir, Dr. Ajoy Kumar, please allow me to intervene.
Let me start off.
Politics is not everything.
Please be considerate enough. Allow me an intervention. I'm just coming across to you, Dr. Kumar. No, Dr. Ajoy Kumar, my question to you, sir, you are the opposition. You are the face of the opposition in the upper house, correct? The Congress is leading the opposition. The people of the country want the Congress to ask questions, but they want them to do it on the floor of the House and force a response and elicit a response from the government, because the government is answerable. Sir, the government is answerable not only to you, sir, but also to the people of the country. But the fact is, if you don't allow, but the problem is,
Dr. Ajoy Kumar,
but the problem is, don't allow it to run.
Presenting facts here.
First question, Padmaja.
Just a second, Dr. Ajoy Kumar, didn't Mr. Ghulam Nabi Azad say yesterday that till the time the resignations of Shivraj Singh Chauhan, Sushma Swaraj and also Vasundhara Raje are tendered, till that time no house will be allowed to function? Those were his very words. And if you're changing that stand now, perhaps it's a good thing. And is it because of the all-party meeting where you felt that you were perhaps the only ones in the room who were saying no business will be allowed, and the other party said we're not in agreement?
First question. Now can I respond without everybody jumping and saying a statement?
Sure, go ahead.
The first question is, it's the responsibility of the government to run the Parliament. The government, the country has been rocked with this huge scam. Vyapam, which has lost 45 young people.
The responsibility of every parliamentarian to run the Parliament.
Modi Gate. Can I, Shahid Siddiqui, can you let me speak? Then you speak afterwards. Otherwise, you speak for me. Let me complete.
Shahid Siddiqui, let's allow Dr. Ajoy Kumar about 45 seconds. Sir, we have interrupted him.
Right, you are making
let him make his point, sir. Let him say. Let us see if he can move beyond. Let us see if he can move beyond his opening remarks. Let us see if he can move beyond his opening remarks. Dr. Ajoy Kumar, challenge is up to you.
You are talking about having a discussion in the Parliament.
Dr. Ajoy Kumar,
you are not letting me discuss here. And you are suddenly becoming a champion of discussion. So let me complete. So my question is, so we have a very legitimate demand.
This is not a discussion.
The Chief Minister of Rajasthan has to... The Chief Minister... Shahid, the Chief Minister of Rajasthan has to resign. The Chief Minister of Madhya Pradesh...
Come out with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 demands. What do you want?
So we have come out with our demands that the Chief Minister of Rajasthan has to resign, the Chief Minister of Madhya Pradesh has to resign, Ms. Sushma Swaraj has to resign, and Prime Minister has to speak on this issue.
Sir, you know what?
What if they don't resign?
One sec.
See, they haven't resigned.
Till the Parliament
convenes tomorrow.
You organize a demonstration in Bhopal, you organize a demonstration in Delhi.
The party showed arrogance. Suddenly you're saying
bring in
that
1 million people asking for resignation, but allow the Parliament to work.
The Bharatiya Janata Party showed the worst form of arrogance.
Okay.
The past 4 months, Bharatiya Janata Party showed the worst form of arrogance.
What you should be doing in the streets, you have to do in the Parliament.
This, Zafar Sareshwala, is your opportunity to cut them to size. This is the Congress's opportunity to cut the BJP down to size. You think that, yes, there was arrogance, they had this brute majority that you accused them of being drunk on power. So now you have your opportunity to cut them to size?
India to size.
No. Listen to me, Padmaja, what I'm saying. As regards to Vyapam, the CBI inquiry is there. Let that inquiry come fully. Let the law take its course. I mean, these are the issues of outside the Parliament. I am horrified about the businesses which the Parliament has to do inside the Parliament. And I am not taking away Ajoy Kumar's right to oppose. He has all the right to oppose in the Parliament. He has all the right to put his point in the Parliament. And all these discussions should happen in the Parliament. You cannot have politics everywhere. They should behave, everybody, maybe it is BJP or Congress or anybody, they should behave in a very responsible fashion.
Sir,
you cannot be irresponsible.
True.
I mean, the country has not elected you to stall the parliament. I mean, if BJP has done something wrong in the past, you cannot have this continuing.
No, Professor Vaidyanathan.
Ages. Anand.
Yes.
Today in Chhattisgarh, they didn't let the assembly run on the public distribution scam by the Bharatiya Janata Party. The government did not let the opposition run. One sec. The government did not let the opposition run in
Dr. Ajoy Kumar,
that's wrong.
Dr. Ajoy Kumar, why can't the Congress for once lead by example, sir?
Make a right, Ajay Kumar.
Bharatiya Janata Party.
Why can't the Congress show the BJP how a responsible opposition should behave? If the Congress believes that the BJP behaved irresponsibly, why can't the Congress behave like a
party, Ajay Kumar?
No, gentlemen.
Why do you want to follow BJP?
No, gentlemen, here's the thing. No, Professor Vaidyanathan.
Why did the Bharatiya Janata Party?
Why can't the Congress come out and say? Why can't the Congress come out and say? Day one, Professor Vaidyanathan, we will see. We will ensure the interest of the people in terms of transaction of business. Professor Vaidyanathan, day one, Parliamentary panel has accepted a GST bill. Let's see it through in the upper house also.
We wanted to run.
No.
We want the Parliament to run the Bharatiya Janata Party to answer the people.
Sir, there are 9 bills. Sir, there are 9 bills pending. Sir, there are 9 bills. Sir, there are 9 bills.
Let the parliament run.
Sir, there are 9 bills. Dr. Ajoy Kumar, there are 9 bills pending in the Rajya Sabha. There are 9 bills. Starting with the GST.
Will not let the parliament run.
Starting with the GST bill. Professor Vaidyanathan, what we are telling the opposition today is, sir, in the first session, in the first half of the day one of Parliament, make sure the GST bill, which has got unanimous agreement and has got the go-ahead of the parliamentary panel, Professor Vaidyanathan, see it through. Pass the legislation. Second session, insist on a discussion and debate on either the job scam or Lalitgate.
How can you pass without discussion and debate?
Ask Sushma Swaraj, Professor Vaidyanathan, to stand there and make her statement. Challenge her statement. Debate the statement. Let the people see what the Congress has to prove, the questions the Congress are asking, the opposition is asking of the government, and let the government defend itself. That's what we want to see, sir. Professor Vaidyanathan, can the Congress not lead the way? Is it so difficult?
Anand, I would like to stress this point, that the political leaders should realize that they are becoming irrelevant, even though they are elected. The country is slowly being run by High Court and Supreme Court. I don't think they are understanding what they are doing. They are completely undermining the parliamentary democracy. And I don't think the way in which assemblies and parliament is functioning, I will not give it more than 5 to 10 years. They are the laughing stock of the nation. They don't realize this actually.
Okay. All right. Dr. Ajoy Kumar, do you want to respond to that?
Global laughing stock they are becoming.
I want you to, Padmaja, for the sake of integrity, if the Chhattisgarh Assembly the government did not let the Assembly run on the issue of the PDS. My question is, Bharatiya Janata Party's Parvachan on parliamentary democracy is the most ridiculous statement.
Sir, you prove
that ask the channel and talking on parliament. No, one second, let me complete.
You put the onus on the government, sir. You behave, sir. You show the country that this Congress party has changed its perspective. It will not walk the same lines as BJP did in opposition. It will behave more responsibly. It will force the government to answer questions on the floor of the House, which the entire country will watch.
We will.
Sir, don't disrupt Parliament. Don't insist on resignations on day one.
One sec.
First, insist on debate.
One sec. Can I speak?
Show to the people that their answers are not convincing. And then push for resignation if you are not convinced and if the country is not convinced.
Why don't you speak? You're speaking like the government. So let me complete my statement.
I'm asking you, Dr. Ajoy Kumar.
So let me complete, Mr. Anand. Let somebody speak.
Go ahead, sir.
So I'm trying to tell Mr. So first question is the Bharatiya Janata Party's sense of, misplaced hurt is ridiculous. In Chhattisgarh, the biggest scam of public distribution
what is the Congress's sense,
the government doesn't let the opposition. One sec, can I finish? What I'm trying to say is...
He's repeating the same point again and again.
We want the parliament to run. We want the parliament to run, but the government and the Prime Minister have in the past 4 months...
Sir, put the onus on the government to prove... Put the onus on the government to prove you wrong or right.
What about the past 4 months?
Put the onus on the government to prove you wrong or right. Arati Jerath... See, Arati Jerath, this is the issue.
Couldn't the government answer for the
Congress will not... The Congress will not say, debate, discuss.
And Anand, may I point out to Mr. Ajoy Kumar, that in the last session, in the budget session, when Rahul Gandhi got up to speak and made that suit boot crack, it actually had an impact. So, you know, maybe Congress should really rethink its strategy and see that, you know, a good debate with a good judge, good, kind of repartee can actually earn them much more than all this shouting and screaming and pandemonium.
Okay, Dr. Ajoy Kumar, in fact, let's also get a clarification over here, because what you are saying right now differs greatly from what Mr. Ghulam Nabi Azad said. So, given that the ministers and the leaders whose resignations you had sought have not stepped down and Parliament convenes tomorrow, you are not going to disrupt the proceedings, and you're saying that categorically, is it? Despite no resignations being forthcoming.
No, first question, so Padmaja, read my lips carefully. We are demanding the resignation of the External Affairs Minister, the Chief Minister of Rajasthan and the Chief Minister of Madhya Pradesh first. The government had passed 4 months between the sessions to show any kind of intention. If the government is ready to, if they're ready to take the resignation of these three people, the Parliament will run.
They've said that. There has been no illegality, no immorality.
Why can't you take the resignation?
Said that categorically. Now the onus is on you. What is your answer?
So there is no illegality. So now you're saying there is no illegality. We are saying there is absolute illegality.
Prove it on the floor of the House, sir.
But the fast
prove it on the floor of the House. Defeat them on debate, defeat them in a debate and a discussion. Sir, defeat them in a debate and a discussion. Push for a debate and a discussion.
A government who never answered.
Sir, what we are saying is, we want the Congress, we want the opposition to speak up on the floor of the House. Sir, we want the Congress to argue on the floor of the House.
So the Prime Minister,
so
Mr. Anand, the Prime Minister kept silent for the past 4 months.
Can the Congress, sir, here is what I want to see. Sir, here is what I want to see. I see Rahul Gandhi making these statements, shooting and scooting. He made the suit boot statement on the floor of the House, right? Let him stand there and challenge Sushma Swaraj's statement tomorrow when she speaks on Lalitgate. That's what we want to see, sir. We want to see how this opposition can debate and defeat the government where they believe the government is wrong. Sir, change the dynamics of disruptive politics. Do away with it. Do away with it. We want debate and discussion politics. Sir. Can you do that, sir? Does the Congress have the mettle? Does the Congress have the mettle, sir?
And I want to ask you.
And winning a debate in Parliament is much more effective than disrupting it.
Public distribution
Sir, Times now had the mettle to do the Vyapam job scam. Times now had the mettle to do Lalitgate. Sir, you don't ask us about our mettle, Dr. Ajoy Kumar. Sir, I want to see the Congress party which is asking for the resignations to debate this on the floor of the House. I want you to prove it. Prove it to the people, sir. They want to see debate. They want to see discussion. Sir, they want to see the Vyapam scam, the job scam, the Lalitgate, whatever you want. You pick up the issue, tear it to shreds and put up the evidence out there and push the government to answer. Do that, sir. Don't say no to debate, sir. Don't say no to discussion.
One sec.
But in the same breath, I'll tell you, sir. You should also stand there and say we will push the bills. Sir, you should say these bills are important. We will allow transaction of this bill, but we want discussion on this issue.
Have you finished, sir? Have you finished? Okay. Now I'm saying that Times now ran a channel on Sushma Swaraj and they said that her position is untenable. I am saying that the Times now ran an issue, whether it's the Lalitgate, whether it's the Vyapam scam, the position was untenable. So my question is...
we cannot debate it on the floor of the House. Your leaders can.
We are talking, Dr. Ajoy Kumar, of answers being sought. Of there being people who are made accountable. And don't you think that is important? Because all this while, like you are saying, there has been complete silence. Wouldn't you rather that you put the government in a corner and sought those answers? Because ironically, what you're doing is counterproductive, Dr. Ajoy Kumar. You're giving them the ease to walk away without answering. Wouldn't you concede that?
No. First question, Padmaja, is We are ready for debate, but their demand is the resignation. For the past 4 months, the government
now it is very clear the resignation is not coming.
Can I finish?
Mr. Venkaiah Naidu has said that categorically. Now what is your stand?
4 months. No, the past 4 months, no. Suddenly when the parliament session comes, all human values and all democratic values have suddenly surfaced.
Sir, I am not.
The government was saying
Dr. Ajay Kumar, with due respect, sir. Dr. Ajay Kumar, Dr. Ajay Kumar. Sir, Dr. Ajay Kumar, with due respect, today, sir, tonight, we are not asking what the BJP did, what the BJP didn't do. We are asking what the Congress can show it can do on the floor of the House.
And in fact, Rahul Narvekar,
can you do it, sir? That is a challenge we are asking, because we want you to, if you are representing a responsible opposition, you are representing the conscience of this government. If you are doing that, can you push this government to accept if it is wrong? Push it, sir. At the same time, also dispense the responsibility to those who have also played a hand in electing your MPs there in Parliament. That you dispense with that responsibility by allowing transaction of business to ensure that critical bills which have been delayed don't get delayed any further. That's what we are asking of the opposition, sir. So people will watch. They will watch you debate for 12 hours. People will watch, and we will put it out for the people. But debate.
All right. In fact,
let other people also come into debate.
Absolutely. And in fact, let's get in Professor Vaidyanathan. And in fact, Rahul Narvekar has been listening in very patiently so far. Rahul Narvekar, you started out by saying that a debate is something that is needed. Hearing the Congress spokesperson, do you agree with what they have said so far? With what their strategy seems to be? Because from where I'm sitting, it just seems like resignation or nothing. Correct me if I'm wrong. Rahul Narvekar.
I would like to point out, Padmaja.
Yes. So, I would like to point out, insofar as our party is concerned, our demand is very straight.
Padmaja,
we want a debate on the floor of the House on issues raised by the opposition. The question about resignation, our leadership has already clarified that. We want the Parliament to function. The Parliament should function in a democratic fashion. It should not be hijacked by the party in power. There should be a free and a fair debate on issues concerning the nation which are raised by the opposition. That's our demand, and we are very optimistic and hopeful that after the statements made by the Prime Minister yesterday, that we will have a fruitful budget, we'll have a fruitful monsoon session where issues will be debated. So now time will tell when the session starts tomorrow. The leadership of Mr. Narendra Modi will be put to test. And I personally think, after what he said yesterday, that there is a lot of optimism and we hope to have a good session.
Well, Dr. Ajay Kumar, you seem to be losing support within the opposition ranks as well. Yes, Professor Vaidyanathan. And Shahid Siddiqui, before I come back to Dr.
One point I want to stress.
We have been saying,
Padmaja,
yes.
One point I would like to stretch. T.T. Krishnamachari resigned from the cabinet not by the disruption of the Parliament, but by the debate inside the Parliament, which nailed the entire issue on the head of the government that time.
True, sir.
So TTK did not resign because of disruption. So why can't a proper debate be conducted on the basis of which let the minister resign?
Exactly, and in trying to play the same politics of tit for tat which has been going on with opposition parties, Arati Jerath, the Congress actually may end up painting itself into a corner.
The Congress is scared to face a debate because the opposition, it doesn't have the entire opposition with it on the same page. See, this is a problem. The opposition is divided. It's the Congress that is pushing so hard. You look at the meeting today. TMC was missing, AIDMK was missing, BJD was missing. You know, I mean, clearly they're not on the same page as the Congress.
Is that really it, Dr. Ajay Kumar?
The Congress is scared of exposure on the floor of the House, which is why they're not willing, they don't want to debate, and they're talking about disruption, won't let Parliament function, and so on and so forth.
So is that the real story? Has Arati just let the cat out of the bag, Dr. Ajay Kumar?
Padmaja, first question, no. First question is, I think Arati is wrong on that issue. I mean, Arati is right most of the time, but in this case, she's wrong. The issue is that we want a debate, and like Rahul correctly said, till we have the Chief Minister of Madhya Pradesh and Chief Minister of Rajasthan and External Affairs Minister still there, we feel that the government has got no moral authority
prove it on the
to
floor of the
let
House,
these people
sir.
continue.
Prove it on the floor of the House, sir. Let your leaders push this government into having no further answers, but to submit to the opposition that yes, we have to concede.
Ajoy Kumar, I don't
You have to Shahid Siddiqui. That's the challenge, Shahid Siddiqui. That's the challenge we want to see. Those who they feel are the leaders of the future, we want them to stand on the floor of the House and challenge this government and push them into a corner. Let them question them threadbare on Job Scam. Shahid Siddiqui, let them question them threadbare on Lalitgate. Let them question them on anything, any issue of probity in office or corruption.
That will continue to ask them.
No, sir. Don't do it here on a debate show, sir. On the Newshour. Do it on the floor of the House. Let your leaders do it on the floor of the House. Let them show that they have the gumption and the ability to do so.
Anand, can I speak?
Yes, Shahid Siddiqui.
Can I come into the debate?
Yes, Shahid Siddiqui.
Don't assume that we...
Yes, Shahid Siddiqui.
Yes, Anand, it's very clear that BJP does not, the Congress does not want any debate. Because that's what Mr. Ghulam Nabi Azad has said. Whatever my friend Dr. Ajoy Kumar may say, we will go by what the General Secretary of the party has said. No. And they have made it very clear that unless these people resign, there will be no debate. Then what's the point of having a debate? Let there be a debate. If you want their resignation, go on, start a movement, because Parliament is not asking for resignations alone. Parliament is also for having debates and passing the bills, the functioning of the government, of the legislature must go on. It should not be hindered constantly in every session. And that's what Congress is doing. And if Congress wants to follow the BJP, and if Congress wants to be as bad a party as the BJP has been, then it's their funeral.
Black money issue of Rajasthan.
It's their funeral. You know, I know Vyapam is terrible. Vyapam is the worst. Vyapam is the worst scandal. Vyapam is the worst scandal. Why don't you organize the demonstration of 1 million people? Why don't you organize a demonstration of 1 million people in Delhi against Vyapam? Do that. Bring the masses. It seems masses are not with you. Opposition is not with you. You have lost everything. And now you want to just disrupt and make your presence felt by disruption.
Arati Jerath, is it also, because from what we're hearing right now, the Congress is also ignoring advice that they've got from the NCP, which is represented here on the panel.
Never paid anybody.
Is the Congress actually committing political harakiri, running the risk of isolating themselves completely inside Parliament? Because TMC, JDU, Samajwadi Party and now the NCP are on the other side.
They are isolating themselves. They are scoring a self-goal.
Very clearly said, Shahid Yadav of JDU very clearly said that we want Parliament to run. So although they are, although they would also like to corner the government on these scandals, they said that they don't want Parliament to be disrupted.
And Ram Gopal Yadav.
The Congress, of course, in pitching the demand so high for the resignation,
of course, government should be cornered.
The support of any other opposition party on this.
So, Dr. Ajoy Kumar, why are you letting go of an opportunity where you can have the government on the mat just so that you can score maybe an ego point or a political point? What's the logic? You can actually put them on the mat inside Parliament.
Okay, so Padmaja, if you can give me an assurance, you will not interrupt me
for the
next 40 seconds, then I'll...
All right, sure, 40 seconds, go ahead.
Okay, Shahid, I just made a recap. Yeah. For the past 4 months, between the Parliament sessions, the government has shown the most brazenness and thick-skinned behavior regarding these issues. They said there is nothing wrong, you gave them a mountain of evidence, and suddenly... Anand and the time you're saying that let the Parliament run. Between this, they had 4 months to resolve these important issues.
No, because otherwise we won't hear an answer.
Sir,
my question was why didn't the government
failed to corner them? Why didn't you start a mass movement against them? You have failed. Politics is also about street politics. Politics is not only about disrupting the Parliament.
Dr. Ajoy Kumar, here's the problem with pointing a finger, sir.
Why can't you do that? Because you are
Dr. Ajoy Kumar.
Pankaja Munde, Lalit Gate, Gotala after Gotala.
Sir, point noted. Point noted. Look at time. Let me just come back to you, sir, and tell you that every time you point a finger, 3 point back at you. You also had 4 months.
Then
you also had 4 months.
Parliamentary politics.
The Congress party also, the opposition also had 4 months.
Go on and on.
What you were not able to build public opinion. You were not able to. You were not able to people. You are not able to corner the government on the ground, sir. Now, don't let go of this opportunity. If you believe in your ability and if you believe in the conviction of the charges that you're making against the government, don't let go of the opportunity to prove your mettle and to win back the confidence of the people on the floor of the House, Dr. Ajoy Kumar. Because the people want to see whether this Congress leadership has the ability to lead, build opinion and construct. They don't want to see if you can disrupt.
Take a maximalist position.
That's the challenge.
You want to make your so have you taken a maximalist position from where you'll find it very difficult to backtrack? Final comments, Professor Vaidyanathan. Absolutely. Do you sense here it's more from a sense of hurt that the Congress is reacting? They have memories of what happened during UPA 1, UPA 2, where almost entire sessions were wiped out, were washed out thanks to the disruptions by the BJP, which was in the opposition that time. So it's a way of getting back. More than demanding answers, it's more about let's make a point. Let's get back now. And is that advisable?
Hello?
Yes, Professor Vaidyanathan, that question was for you.
Yes. I think the best is to have the debate on the floor of the House and nail the government on specific issues. Let them come back with proper answers.
All right, succinctly put,
the best thing,
that's the best strategy. Would you echo that as well, Rahul Narvekar? Last piece of advice for the Congress?
Sorry, can you come again?
Would you also advise the Congress, let the House function, even though no resignations are happening anytime in the near future? The BJP has ruled them out, the government has ruled them out, and let's demand answers from the government.
Well, our wish and our desire would be that the Parliament should function in order to have a good debate. The party in government or the government of the day should allow all the issues raised by the opposition to be debated on the floor of the House. Insofar as the demand of the Congress party with regards to resignations is concerned, I would not like to comment on that. That is something which they should decide. All I would say that the timing of the demand for this resignation should be reconsidered, and we should allow the House to function subject to a free and fair debate on all the issues raised by the opposition.
Right. Let them lay the groundwork for that, and let them prove once and for all that a responsible opposition can not just be experts in disruption. They can also be good in debate and discussion, and they can push opinions.
Very quickly, Dr. Ajoy Kumar, before we wrap up, changed your mind yet?
No, Padmaja and Anand, for the past 4 months, if you look at the history of this government, the way they responded to the opposition...
Sir, let's talk about tomorrow.
You also had 4 months.
Let's talk about tomorrow, Dr. Ajoy Kumar.
You also had 4 months.
No, it's absolutely...
You also had 4 months. Sir, you also had 4 months. You also had 4 months. You were not able to build traction. Now you have 18 days. Let's say you have 18 days. Let the opposition prove its mettle on the floor.
Okay, I think this is a very fair indicator of what's going to happen in Parliament tomorrow as well. No second thoughts yet. Even the advice from the NCP, I don't really think it's hit home yet with the Congress. Fine, fair enough. Let's see what happens tomorrow. The Parliament session is going to start. For the time being, thank you very much, everyone, for joining us on debate number 1 on Newshour.